is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line.
What do you do for your moms?
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Nothing, I'll take it.
They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 33. It's a gain of 34.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Oh.
That's going to be taken in by Downs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Josh Downs, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are on the board first here in Vegas. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 7-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Here's Prescott. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. You look at this Browns defense. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
I don't know what the actual percentages are. I don't know the analytics on when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches have always told me, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The Raiders at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. They got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself at an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot. Find a way to win some games and keep moving forward.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give him 12 yards that time. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Prescott to throw it. And incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on second down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
Prescott on third and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Trey Tucker, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Raiders are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
That's to the former Bronco, Jerry Jeudy. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. Back to throw. Sanders. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. You look at this Raiders defense. They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
They'll look to throw again. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
7-7, our score after 1. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they go to work on a first and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. but you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball.
Touchdown, Browns! A 2-yard touchdown grab, and the Browns have taken the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll come up 2nd and 7. On play action, Prescott. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Bro, when you playing the game?
Prescott off play action.
Keep me updated.
He's going to air one out. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsom. And the Browns
you said something in the chat.
The football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
And he gets this up just shy of the 15. 48 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this 1st half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
I don't know why I think that's
in there, thrown back over the middle, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
He'd been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league. Has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more, and throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Following the interception, here's Prescott. To the goal, but it's incomplete.
To put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Oh, that should definitely
get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. In danger of squandering the great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Oh, man, Miles Garrett got the sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The kick by Carlson is good, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Browns drive about to get started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So Frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Wide open receiver complete.
They didn't want you over there in Indianapolis. I did.
57 yards. And the Browns.
Josh Downs is some rookie. Gold. Anthony Gold.
Extra point good by Hopkins.
He is a rookie.
And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Okay.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Here's Prescott. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now 3rd down and very long. Prescott now.
What the hell?
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Tucker. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Now Sanders from the gun on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
Oh, I didn't see the nigga on top. Oh.
And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. And this is going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Raiders are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. Now Prescott. He's going to take another shot here. And it's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. 53 yards. And the Raiders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 2. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 65 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's 2nd and 8. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Max Crosby in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Max Crosby, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Well, he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Prescott.
Big dodger.
Short throw caught by Bowers.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Raiders have scored again in this 3rd quarter. This time to move out in front.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're looking to turn things around here. They've been shut down in this 3rd quarter, and that was after a good first half offensively.
And you wonder where it all goes, and it feels like it goes away fast because it takes some time to build up good momentum, great play calling, excellent execution, and then in a blink of an eye, you're losing the game. How do you get back there again? I'm sure they've talked about it, and they've got a plan. Now can they put it into practice?
The lead gone, now the search to find it again. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
They're going to try and throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Throwing. Prescott. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon.
And the Raiders get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on you.
Now a 2nd and 2.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
90 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
The 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Sanders.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Jacorian Bennett has it. And the Raiders will take over here just shy of the 30.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. To throw is Prescott. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Here's 3rd and 9.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 15. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. 2nd and 9 now.
Throw out right, pulled in by Downs. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a 1st down. Looking to throw. Sanders. Forced out to his left.
pass caught. He's got Tillman. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd down, goal to go. Off the play fake. Sanders. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. It'll wind up going as a sack and a loss of 2. And now the task gets more difficult here on 3rd and goal. This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Sanders. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Oh, my, that's a heck of a tackle right there on 3rd down because they had to swing it out to the back and hope that he could make a play. But let's face it, in order for him to be there and be in that position, in order to make that play, he had to read his keys and not be fooled. Excellent job in the open field.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And instead of having a 1-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, somebody lit a fire under that